Hey everyone, and welcome to this explainer. Today, we are completely dismantling the myth that a single clunky chatbot is somehow going to run your entire commercial HVAC operation. If you've been looking at AI lately and thinking, come on, how is a glorified text generator actually going to help me manage complex chillers and rooftop units? Well, you are in exactly the right place. We're exploring a massive paradigm shift in how commercial HVAC software works. We're moving way beyond simple Q&A tools and getting into systems that literally do the heavy lifting for your dispatchers and estimators. Here is the absolute bottom line. A commercial HVAC company doesn't need one generic chatbot. It needs 5 specialized agents, with each one responsible for a specific part of your operating day. Think about how fundamentally this changes our view of software. We're finally moving away from a disconnected list of features that you have to sit there and manually click through and moving toward a connected, living operating system. It's all about AI taking on very distinct roles within your shop to handle the complex, gritty realities of commercial contracting. We really have to contrast the old school way of relying on basic chat interfaces with the true AI way, which is using specialized agents that deterministically advance real records. A generic chatbot just answers isolated questions, right? It doesn't actually know your business. But a true multi-agent AI setup is intrinsically connected to your service agreements, your dispatch board, and your billing. They don't just talk, they actively move your actual work orders forward. To see this operating system in action, we're going to follow a single, high-stakes scenario throughout an entire day. Picture this. It's 8 a.m. A frantic property manager calls in because Beacon Tower's Chiller 1 is completely down. The 3rd floor is getting insanely hot, and just to make things fun, the loading dock closes right at 4 p.m. We are going to watch how this single ticket flows through a relay race of 5 distinct AI agents, starting from that morning call all the way to a 5 p.m. closeout. Section 1, the call to dispatch agent, automating intake. Okay, let's dive into what happens the exact second that frantic 8 a.m. call drops. Meet agent number 1, the call to dispatch agent. This is your automated intake powerhouse. We all know the absolute chaos of trying to decipher a panicked property manager's voicemail while 3 other lines are ringing off the hook. Well, instead of your dispatcher scrambling to scribble down details, figure out which building the caller is even talking about, and pull up equipment history, this agent actively transcribes the live call or voicemail. It instantly identifies the building as Beacon Tower, pinpoints Chiller 1, flags that critical 4 p.m. loading dock constraint, classifies the call as high urgency, and boom, creates the service request, a fully dispatch-ready summary without anyone typing a single word. If we look under the hood of a system like Field Camp, the architecture here is just brilliant. It starts with the call copilot and request triage templates. The second that transcript is ready, the AI automatically connects the client to the site and then directly down to the specific equipment. But here is the absolutely crucial safety net. It ensures that urgent, ambiguous, or safety-related calls are always escalated to a human dispatcher. It's incredibly smart, but it knows exactly when to tap a human on the shoulder for help. Section 2, the PM Contract Agent, Managing Service Agreements. All right, so the ticket is created and the baton is instantly passed to our second AI worker to verify coverage and service level agreements. This perfectly illustrates the jump from messy manual spreadsheets to a fully automated system. Instead of relying on someone remembering to check a filing cabinet, this agent constantly monitors your active service agreements. It checks covered sites, watches upcoming preventative maintenance deadlines, and flags SLA risks before they ever become a miscommitment. For our Beacon Tower scenario, it instantly verifies that Chiller 1 is covered under an active high-priority SLA. But check this out. This agent works ahead of time too. At exactly 60 days out, it proactively drafts the renewal email for your agreements and sets up a 30-day follow-up task for your account owner. But keeping you completely in the driver's seat, it leaves pricing and the final contract approval strictly in the hands of a human. The AI handles all the tedious administrative tracking, while your team handles the actual commercial relationship. Moving right along to Section 3, the Commercial HVAC Dispatch Agent, Smart Dispatching. Let's move to the next phase of our morning and see how this builds momentum. We know Beacon Tower is covered, we know it's highly urgent. So this ticket triggers our 3rd specialized worker. And it tackles the ultimate dispatcher dilemma. An urgent chiller call hits at 10 a.m.
How do you find a qualified technician without moving 2 already confirmed PM visits? You know you can't just send the closest truck. Commercial dispatch requires this crazy, delicate balance of geography, SLA priority, and highly specific technician certifications. If you send a guy without chiller experience, you've just wasted a trip and blown your SLA.
Using tools built into Field Camp, like the Morning Route Optimizer and Schedule Gap Filler, the agent evaluates all of these variables simultaneously and instantly to suggest the absolute perfect tech. It's like a giant puzzle. It reviews the day's active visits, matches the required chiller skills to available personnel, considers time windows and geography, and optimizes the route. It can even dynamically fill in schedule gaps created by sudden morning cancellations, so Beacon Tower fits in seamlessly. Now here's the kicker. While the AI evaluates these super complex commercial routing rules faster than any human possibly could, human dispatcher approval is always required to officially assign the ticket. We call this the human-in-the-loop approach. The AI acts as an insanely powerful assistant, flagging conflicts, recommending the best solutions, but your dispatcher remains the final boss, the ultimate decision-maker for your fleet. For commercial operators, that level of control is just non-negotiable.
Section 4. The Repair to Estimate Agent, Turning Notes into Revenue.
So, moving forward in our timeline, our perfectly matched technician gets to Beacon Tower and manages to fix the immediate heat issue. Crisis averted, right? Well, they flag a major underlying problem: 17 years. That is the age of RTU4, which just suffered a failed compressor. This wakes up agent number 4, the Repair to Estimate agent. In a lot of shops, this incredibly critical intel just sits buried in a technician's dirty notebook or a random PDF for 3 days before an estimator ever even sees it, which delays your revenue and frustrates your client. What is so revolutionary here is the sheer speed. The agent instantly reads that original request alongside the brand new technician notes. It cross-references that 17-year equipment history, searches your approved Field Camp price book, and immediately drafts a like-for-like as well as a high-efficiency replacement option. It essentially builds out a complete good, better, best estimate without letting that opportunity sit idle for even a single minute. Talk about turning raw field notes into a tangible sales opportunity. Behind the scenes in Field Camp, this workflow triggers the literal second a tech flags quoted work from the field. It connects the equipment, the visit, and the request. And yes, this workflow is entirely approval-gated. It searches your approved price book items, but it always ends by sending the draft directly to a human estimator for approval. There's no way an AI is sending a multi-$1,000 estimate to a client without one of your experts verifying the margins and technical requirements first. Finally, Section 5. The daily HVAC closeout agent, the end of the day review. It's now 5 p.m. The physical work is totally done. The trucks are parking, but the operational auditing is just getting started with our final AI worker. This agent acts as your tireless, end-of-day auditor, meticulously reviewing every single completed visit. It checks for missing photos or notes and actually generates a dispatcher follow-up list for the morning. It scans invoices and requests, flagging parts that need to be ordered, and creating those approval-gated tasks. It even reviews customer feedback, catching callbacks or complaints, and warning you of SLA risks before tomorrow's shift even begins. Transitioning from a generic basic chatbot to a connected multi-agent system eliminates your operational blind spots. It ensures that absolutely no detail, no SLA, and no revenue opportunity ever falls through the cracks. It's really all about letting software do the heavy, tedious lifting so your human experts can focus on high-value decisions. But I want to leave you with one final critical question to ask yourself as you look at the future of your commercial HVAC business. Right now, who is consistently reviewing every single technician's notes in your shop? Give that some thought, and I'll see you on the next explainer.